Hello, beautiful people. I welcome you all to my channel. My name is Qizz. If this is your first time, you're welcome. And if you're already a family, thanks for coming back to watch me. So in this video, I'll be showing you the whole process of making this braided wig. I already ventilated it, and the full ventilation is it is the recent video that I posted on my channel. So if you want to check it out, you can just check my channel and you see the full ventilation on my channel. So this one, I just want to talk about something very important to me that I'd like to share with you. Okay, so while I was braiding this wig, I wanted it to look so perfect and come out as the reference and sample that was shown to me by my sister. So my sister was the client that I had at the moment. So she patronized me by asking me to make this kind of wig for her. So before I started making this wig, that was definitely after I ventilated it. I started imagining my way into creating it and planning everything in my head. How I do not want to make any mistake and how I do not want to mess the creation up. So I was imagining it, I was thinking it, I was trying to compare with the sample that she showed me. And then suddenly I remember that there is no way you can know how good or better or how perfect you're going to do this until you start first, even if you've done it countless numbers of times before. Because when you're expressing something either through your voice or with your hands or through beauty, especially when you are doing it for someone, it is not only about you anymore. It extends to the person you are presenting it to, either it's a client or a gift or whatever it is. So my own expression was kind of less important to me, but the expectation of my clients was weighing my mind. So I realized that I just had to start making it already. After the ventilation, I started braiding it by believing in the uniqueness of my fingers. And after getting out of my head and getting in the moment of really making this wig, I had to allow myself to just enjoy the whole process of it, because that is the only way that this wig can come out beautifully. Because I realized that most times it is when you're doing things to avoid mistake in the result, that is when the mistake is going to be unavoidable. But if you allow yourself to be in the moment and really do what you can do within your very best, then surprisingly it is definitely going to come out beyond even your expectation. And even this morning before I started, I wasn't really feeling that okay, but I didn't stress it. I didn't try to force myself into feeling good. I just knew that I had some things to do on that day, and I wasn't going to let my mood affect those. I think they say sometimes you do something to change your mood. You create your own mood. Do not let your mood create you, or something like that. I've forgotten. So I decided to bring out the ventilated hair and I started doing my thing. And I realized that as I was braiding each hair, I started to feel better. I mean, almost instantly, I started to feel better. And the more I was braiding hair, while I was expecting that I was going to feel tired, I realized that it was actually making me feel better without doing nothing else than just braiding hair. Then it reminded me of what they say, that you do the things that you love, or you love the things that you do. So I think at the moment while my mood was kind of low, making this braiding wig, because my body, my mind, and my soul identified that this is one of the things that I love to do. So I think it brought out the love connection between me and braiding. And you know what love does to you? It makes you feel alive and feel fly, something like that. So as I was braiding it, my mood was better. Then it reminded me again that I love hair braiding. I love to braid. I love to create heart through braiding. Okay, so to continue what I was talking about, I was gradually doing it step by step. Initially, I had the intention to make a full video tutorial of this wig, but it wasn't as easy as I thought, to ventilate, to part the hair one by one, to set the camera, and to ensure that I was braiding the hair and making the tutorial video. I just had to make normal video of me braiding this hair instead of tutorial video. Maybe the next one that I am going to make, then I will ensure that I'll be able to make the tutorial video for you guys. But this one, I really do not see this one as a tutorial video, just for me to share with you the thought that came to my mind while I was braiding this hair. And after parting the hair one after the other, line by line, I got to the front of the hair already, and I was gradually braiding the hair. And after repeating the same procedure and the same step for every strand of hair that I parted, I eventually finished braiding the hair. After braiding the hair, there was one last step remaining. This is a step that really defines the uniqueness and the signature of every hairdresser, every hair maker, every hair artist, or every braid wig maker, which is the tip of the hair. If the hair is going to be a straight wig, that is going to be a different case entirely. But if there is going to be some curls at the tip, or coils, or whatever is going to be created at the tip of the hair, or even either it is a different color, then that is definitely going to be, or that is definitely going to create a signature or determine the signature of the maker of the hair. So what was remaining here was creating the course, and the name of the course that was created was French course. What did I say? French course. It's one of the aspects of braid that carries the uniqueness of the maker, regardless of the sample that is seen or followed. Actually, this part was the most challenging because it is what will determine the signature. In fact, it's one of the things that determines the signature of a hair artist or hairdresser, braid artist, braider. Regardless of the sample that was shown, how the coil is created is what really shows the unique signature. And when I talk about unique signature, it doesn't mean that the signature is better than the sample that is shown or less beautiful than the sample that is shown. That is left for the client to determine, because they say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, right? So after braiding the whole hair, I went back to my loop of thinking my way into doing the course perfectly again. I was able to survive the thought before braiding the hair, and now after braiding the hair, I went back to thinking about it again. But perfection doesn't live in the mind, right? It lives in the hands. So I acted and created the course anyway, while I eventually finished the wig. When I finished the wig, I really loved the outcome that I saw. But the review that mattered to me at the moment was from who I made the wig for. So I saved my comments for when she sees it first. When my sister saw the wig and when she wore it, remember, she was my client at the moment. So when she saw it and she wore it, she loved it. She was happy with it. So that was when I felt fulfilled, because no matter how good the wig was looking to me, it is only when the owner finally loves it that I can feel fulfilled and satisfied with my work. It didn't look exactly like the reference, but it looked fitted and perfect on her. It brought out and expressed her beauty in another artistic way. I saw the differences between the one I made and the reference she showed me, not as mistakes, but as fingerprints of my creativity. I observed the differences between the sample wig and the wig I made in case I craft something similar another time. I could observe the differences only by taking action of crafting the wig, not by thinking about it. So, if you want to know how good you are at something, it is by allowing yourself to do it, either for yourself or for someone else. It can be risky because you don't know the review you will get, but you have to risk it anyway. However, you think of the outcome, you can only see the outcome by bringing the creation to life. That is the only way to know how to create better next time. Using your previous work as the reference for improvement. This insight extends beyond what you want to create. It can be when you want to take any necessary step in life. So, my takeaway point from all I've been saying is this: you don't know what is possible until you begin. You don't know what you can do until you start taking the step. You don't perfect by planning. You learn and evolve by doing and by acting. You act, you create, you review, you refine, and then you do it again. So, guys, here is the result of the wig that I've been making, the braid wig that I've been making. You can see how it looks like from the ventilation, the edges, the body of the braids, the double color that I used for the braids, and the French cord that I created for the braids. I love this outlooks. The result. What is it called? I love this outcome and the result so much. And as you're watching this, I hope that you love it too. So if you would love to make the same thing for yourself, I'm going to drop my reachable contacts in the description down below. So I hope you're able to understand, comprehend, and derive some things from everything that I've been saying. This my voiceover isn't perfect, but it is something that I must do at the moment. So guys, thank you for watching and listening from the beginning till this moment. I appreciate you for subscribing to my channel, and if you're yet to subscribe, remember to do that right away so that we can connect and see each other next time again. So once again, thank you and have a beautiful day ahead, like this beautiful week that you're viewing. Bye.